Oh my God. Beautiful people, how are y'all feeling this evening? I know it's spontaneous, I know it's crazy, I know it's wild, but I was in between really about to get into some Genshin Impact, and today's the last day for the Diablo 4 beta. So I felt like streaming this potentially on the Living Splitscreen channel, where we're non-console centric. We get that live raw and uncut view, also the home of that RTS approach where we pull ourselves out of the world and look at the darker crevices of the map so we can pull those resources together so we can talk to those 3 billion gamers that Phil always talks about, and that is Phil Spencer from Xbox, by the way. But I wanted to get on here, and not only because here recently, last weekend, we did skip for Living Splitscreen, right? We didn't end up doing a show. So what we kind of did to supplement a little bit is we did some Exoprimal stream, and that was super dope. Had a fantastic time with that, but I wanted to get into some Diablo 4 this weekend, when I had some free time to do it, right? It's the perfect opportunity. It's the last night. I don't mind staying up a little bit to really get some enjoyment in with my Druid, man, because I've been seeing a lot of people who have not been having a really good time with the Druid, which is extremely interesting, because I can relate in some of that early on, especially when I got to the Wolf Mother, I believe, or I can't remember her name exactly, but either way, it was like a boss that I ran into, and it was just giving me trouble as the Druid. Now, a little background, I'm usually a Necro going into Diablo. I was a Necro in Diablo 2, I was a Necro, or I started off as a Berserker in Diablo 2 originally, but then I also played Necro. Then Diablo 3, I was Monk and then Necro. Monk was super dope in Diablo 3. Kind of sad they didn't bring Monk back for this one. I think Monk would have still been cool, right? Somebody that's still a little bit different, but because of the aesthetic, right? They're going back to the roots of what Diablo truly is, that nitty gritty, fearful, filled with that dark ambiance that a lot of the gamers who are fans of Diablo look for. So it's understandable, but this time I wanted to switch it up a little bit because I did start off as Necro in this open beta, which did start this Friday, which let's go ahead and get a slap a date on here. That was the 24th of March 2023 that the open beta opened up, and they did have a beta previously. Also, it was a closed beta for anybody who purchased, but this is that open beta, man. Tonight's going to be really the final night. I think they're closing it tomorrow before the afternoon, about 12 or so Central Time. But tonight's going to be my last night diving in until June. So I think I'm going to show some gameplay. Some people saying, again, that they're not having a good time with the Druid. And I wanted to show people that I am having a good time with the Druid. And shout out to PTK Blam. He was also having a good time with the Druid. So it was just real interesting to see, because there is an obvious unbalance, right? Something's off. As far as the Necro being too strong, the Druid does seem to be a weaker in some aspects, and I think it's just maybe because of the way that I built them. Because I also want to see about possibly getting some additional, I don't know if it's a legendary, exotic gear, whichever, the orange type gear, so I can try to flesh out the build some more, maybe try some different things. But again, I'm only going to be doing this for a couple hours. We'll see what we can get into, man. So anybody that's tuning in, I greatly appreciate you for being here. Much love and great appreciation. And I was going live, and it's actually kind of funny. Shout out to Mav. I saw that he was going live here in the next minute or so too. I think he's got some big Xbox talks that he wants to get into. So who knows? There might be some craziness that happens where we get grouped up, because again, they consider us here at family. It's part of the Fun Speculation Network. Living Splitscreen. It's kind of folded right on in as far as just kind of being hand in hand, and the type of things that we get into, very similar minds and things. So who knows? We might end up throwing a little chat together, getting some conversations going. But right now, the motivation is Diablo 4, the open beta. Again, this is the final day. For those who are unfamiliar, I am playing as the Druid. And just shout out to the Hefty Boy, man. I will say that was one of the things that I was kind of, I'm not going to say upset by, right? Because I wasn't upset. And let me know if you can hear the game volume and everything. Thank you, Silent Cypher, for checking this out. We're checking me out tonight, man. We're coming through. If you're here, let me know how the audio sounded and if everything's coming through smooth. That was the only, but get back to my point. The only thing that I'm kind of sad about is the fact that the customization isn't as deep, and it might be a little bit deeper when we get the full release, which would be interesting if it does end up being that way. But I was looking forward to make I was looking forward to making a Hefty Boy necro, right? And it's just a little thing. Again, you see what I'm rocking right now. I feel like I'm looking pretty cute. Nah, everybody might not, but I'm keen for customization. I think I'm doing some pretty sweet things right now. So, but yeah, Druid, I believe, I'm not even gonna say that. Maybe you said the audio is maybe a smidge loud. As far as the game, is the game sounding a little loud? I could turn the game down for sure. Turn it down to probably about, we'll do about right there, about 4.5. Unless you're saying I'm too loud, then I can also turn myself down. Hopefully I'm not, but Druid is a new class to me personally. I picked the class because it was different, right? The idea of transforming into a wolf, also having the ability to transform into a bear, I thought was just a super dope concept. And also some of the other things that they're able to do. Okay, Silent, you said game audio, that's perfect. Again, always great when we got live listeners, because I can kind of adjust them and whatnot. I did turn it down, so that should be good to go. But I picked Druid because it was something different. Again, I'm still on the fence, and I might end up deciding tonight again whether I'm going to end up rocking Druid on full release, or if I'm gonna end up doing Necro, right? Necro that's like my go-to kind of guarantee, mostly because I love having a scythe. That's what I'm trying to go for, two-handed scythe out here reaping fools. Although I don't mind the artifact in the one-hand build, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Other thing too, some prefaces here, in case you're new, checking out this gameplay for the first time. I'm not, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a Diablo vet. I have played, my Diablo history does start with Diablo 2 on PC way back. I believe that's right around 2001, if I'm not mistaken. I could be a little bit off on the date, but I think that's right around the time that I ended up jumping in, if not soon after. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. And again, I did start off on a barbarian when I played around that time, dumb young. Again, and then when Diablo 3 came out, moved into a monk. Then it was a necro, and then boom, Diablo 4. I'm also a druid. I'm a druid now. So let's see. Let's get some runs. I got some blue dots on my board. Let's see if we can go get some runs in. Get that knocked out. Hold on, let me try to see if I can do something really quickly, and let me know if this ends up doubling up the audio. It shouldn't, by any means, but just in case. Yeah, it shouldn't give us any issues, but so I just wanted to be able to hear the game audio myself, so. Well, I got a nice little rotation for the Druid too, man. Druid's feeling good. I can't even front. And also, for those who are new here, Living Splitscreen, in case you're not familiar, again, like I said in the beginning, it is a non-console centric platform. The main thing that we do here is we have a gaming podcast. We do every Saturday morning, again, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK time. Talk about everything going on within the industry, again, from that RTS approach I mentioned in the beginning, and also using that ECP, man, that educated consumer perspective. So Silent Cypher says, you got to crash. 0430 comes early. Have fun, brother. Hey, man, you have a good night. Enjoy yourself and definitely get some good rest in, man. Appreciate you for coming in. And while we're kind of just rocking out here, hit that like button for me if you can. It's always greatly appreciated. See if we can have some fun tonight on the beta. Get a couple hours. We're gonna get a couple hours in and really see what we can get done. I feel like I still have a lot of content to get into. I feel like I've seen all this. Yeah, okay. Rescue Squad was popping, baby. How you feeling? Hopefully your Sunday is going quite well, man. I'm just getting some gameplay, enjoying my final day with the open beta for Diablo 4. Unfortunately, it's doing the exact thing that I knew it was going to do, which is have me 1,000% fully invested and unable to stop playing. Right, let's go. So we're gonna turn some quests in. Got the mink coat on. We got anything we need to get rid of? Nah, okay, I cleared out my inventory. I gotta make sure. You can't go out on an adventure, man, and your inventory full. It's never a good scenario. I do wish that they would have let us at least touch on the PvP a little bit, just so we can get a little taste of it, right? We're all capped out. We can only be so strong. So it would have been cool to kind of like fight, to be able to fight each other and have some fun. Said it's going well. He's wish listing like crazy on Steam. Hey, Steam's got a lot. There's a lot of games that are coming in, bro. A lot of games. That's why it's crazy to me when people say, man, I ain't got nothing to play. But then it's like, I guess I can see that if you're somebody that like you're looking for particular games, but I don't know, man. I got such a backlog of just games that I want to touch that may or may not get to, and then being a more multiplayer focused gamer most of the time, it's kind of bad. I've kind of loosened up on that a little bit here recently, because I mean, again, when you do podcasts, you do content, and it's not, I don't do content as heavy as other people, because again, real life, but you gotta be able to be comfortable with jumping in certain experiences, right? So. Okay, I got the silver chalice. I don't know what none of that means. I need to just go fight some people. I need to go do this yellow mission right here, right? Got some blue areas over here. Like, I really don't know what I really need right now, right? It's Battleland Wonder World's 2-year anniversary. I heard that game wasn't the greatest, man. I don't know. What does this do? Okay. It said this is a quest item. I guess it's one of those things for when the actual game releases that I'm going to use for my spirit booms, potentially. It's the only thing that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. We could go up there. I have some map that's not explored yet, like this area up here. Maybe we start from somewhere right there. What we think? What we think? Let's start from over here. Let's start from over yonder. All right. Okay, we're good on that. I know I just repaired my armor, so I'm good on that. We're going this way. We're gonna mark it to give us a little path. Joe Dunmore! What's going on, baby? How you feeling? This is my first time playing Diablo. Really? How are you feeling about it, Joe? As somebody, this is your first experience. How do you feel about Diablo? Tell me. Let me know in the chat, man. I feel like that's always the most interesting perspective to hear. This is also going to be interesting to see because I hadn't played by myself since I hit about level 5 since the beta came out. Since then, I've been kind of grouped up all the time, so it's going to be interesting to see how things end up playing out. What kind of damage we're doing, how we're rocking. Oh, that thunderstorm down. I love the fact that they're just leaping the monster, leap into the enemies, man. Getting caught up fighting. What up, crap bag? That's a terrible name. Joe says, I like it. Don't know how I never got around to playing any of them. It's one of those, man, where unless you truly have a reason to jump in, you may not get to experience it, right? Fortunately, unfortunately. And that's why I think a lot of people are kind of, I won't say a lot of people, but there's some of us out there who feel like the game may do better this time, like do the greatest it's ever been able to, because there is a more awareness. It's also been some time since we've got a Diablo game, so there is that hype behind it. So this is an event right here, right? See if we can handle the event. So this is kind of what I do right now. This is kind of my rotation, right? I start out with some basic attacks. My A is when I transform into the wolf, and now that has mad range, like this right here. Just get to somebody, people start grouping up. I try to get a little angle, you know, try to get to the best damage dealer that they got, right? You want to take out the little wizards and whatnot. They do heal them and they do damage. You know what I'm saying? And I pop my my bear ability that makes them do half damage to me. So that comes in the clutch. Then maybe not enough people around technically right there, but I pop my vine ability just to keep them locked up. My vines poison them, and then also my werewolf ability combines with it and it gives a nice little combo. Look at him getting pushed back. Uh-oh. Go. It's gonna be a telling situation right here. We'll see what happens. Gotta clear out some of these little guys. I feel like the thing about the Druid is being able to swap between the monsters, man. They all have their own properties and have little things that help you out, right? So you get to your basic attack, and then boom, I swap to the wolf to get that extra damage in. As I like to, I kind of call it my true damage. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice little drop off of that. Can't be mad about that drop. Definitely dope to see that you got another game to look out for, though, Joe. That's why I be telling people, man, you never know what kind of games you can get into. Just be confident in you as a gamer, and hey, if people give you an option, try something, say try it out. That's how I feel about Redfall. Let's see. Damaging in the leads creates a field, huh? I mean, it's better than that. That ain't doing nothing for me. 400 armor. Can we compare? Yes, I'm cool on that. Cool on that. They're just dropping me whatever, you know what I mean? All right, we'll get back on track. I wonder, another thing too, because Druid has companions kind of like the Necro. I wonder if my vines are considered as a companion, because you'll see them kind of like moving along the floor. Those vines, that's mine. And I wonder if those are considered as companions, because you do get like additional ability points and additional damage for, and they have other stats that are like focused towards companions. So I don't know. Another thing too, the build that I currently have, it's not something that I looked up and was like, yeah, let's find all the good stuff, because I know some people might want to do that. It makes it easier. I can understand that. But this is just something I put together, right? You got my basic attack, regular lightning strikes, upgraded it twice so we can get the immobilize the enemies and the extra 2 targets. I really like Shred. I tried the Lightning Storm. It was okay, but it didn't feel like it did enough. I had Landslide because I had a exotic piece of equipment that was geared towards Landslide, and it felt like it was doing a little something. It made it do it like multiple times, it had like a really cool effect to it. It seemed like it did a decent damage, especially for what it's supposed to be doing. Especially for the immobilizability. But I went back to Shred because, man, it's just like the different things that it does. The different attacks doing a certain amount of damage, right? And then also you go down and look at the modifiers, right? 30% attack speed, heals you for 2% of your maximum life. If the enemy is struck, Shred second and third attacks also perform a dash. Shred also critical strike damage is increased by 20%. Now, for this build, I need so much more critical chance. My critical chance is in the garbage, but that's neither here or there. Well, let's go look at my critical chance right now. Let's check it. Let's take a gander. Okay, stats. My critical strike chance is at fucking 12%. Right? It's not the greatest. Critical strike damage, 50%, not the greatest, but we're at level 25, right? So everything you got to take with a grain of salt. This is not going to be representative of what you may end up having around your in-game build. For people that are familiar, like you were saying, Joe, you know what I mean? As somebody who's familiar, there's certain things that you may not understand. Again, I'm not the guru on this stuff, but I am familiar with how to play Diablo. And I don't need to be a professional to have a base understanding of how a lot of these different systems work. But go back to the abilities, just because I want to break them down for you, kind of show you what I'm working with and why I feel like it's working. But I got Shred that I went down to give me the enhanced Shred. Again, you should see 30% attack speed, everything that I listed up top. And I took the critical strike damage versus, I don't know, man. Man, oh man, what I want to do. I hate the way they have that set up. I kind of want to swap to the poison, man. No, because I know why I picked this one. I picked this one because it gives me the dash. It gives me some additional mobility, right? Because the dash in this game on its own Doesn't have the greatest mobility. I'll be completely honest to say that. There are certain instances too to where you may feel like you dodging, it just doesn't do anything for you. And I can understand that. From what I've noticed, there are heavy attacks that the bosses do or other monsters do that you want to watch out for, and that's the main thing that I use the dodge for. But I also use it to close down distance, because a lot of the time I like to be in the front. For whatever reason, Druid has been a good mix of Berserker class, but maybe giving you some of that sorcerer feel. I like it. I got Debilitating Roar, as we can see. Shapeshift into a werebear, bellow a mighty roar, reducing nearby enemies' damage dealt by 50%. I feel like this is so clutch, right? Compared to anything else that you can get in here. I did try the Earthen Bulwark. It was all right. I feel like it didn't do enough for me. Cyclone Armor was complete waste of time. Blood Howl, I didn't do. Just because it's more on the healing side of things, where if you get an Debilitating Roar, you can also get a modifier that gives you some health. So you get Fortification, which kind of stacks on top of your current health, right? And then, which is dope. It's kind of like armor in a way. And then Debilitating Roar, the second part of my modifier that gives me life each second for its duration. So kind of benefit. And then we move down into here. I got the vine set up, vine creeper, super dope. As you see the vines moving around on the screen. It does deliver poisoning damage over 6 seconds. I feel like it's been really dope to use. Again, ups my critical strike chance when enemies are strangled, so it does kind of work in with the critical chance that I had that I showed you guys earlier. So that's been kind of dope. I used the ravens, those were cool. And there's a a skill on a piece of armor that lets your wolves turn into werewolves. If I ever get that piece of armor, I want to try that out, because that sounds like it could be really dope. I really do like the vines more because it kind of guarantees the immobile side of things, so I can really stop the enemies in their tracks, especially in a group. And if I'm with a squad, everybody can like bang out and really get their damage in. Kind of melts a room kind of thing. So that's why I picked that. This I'll get to here in a second. I chose Trample because, again, it's another movement mechanic, at least for me, and it also does not only push enemies out of the way, but if you push them into the wall, it does additional damage. So that's the main reason I got that, either a movement or just pushing them in the wall, just do damage type thing, and just to be a brute so I can get in the front. My special, I chose the Storm Call, the Cataclysm, just because mainly because I like the way that it looks. It's super dope. It seems to be doing a good amount of damage, especially for 10 seconds, right? I feel like it's been really decent. I went ahead and leveled it all the way up. It's where if the lightning strikes people, makes them vulnerable for 2 seconds. That's kind of cool. Kind of wish it was maybe an additional second longer, both of these. Additional second, because I think that'll be really clutch. But to come back up here, these are supposed to, for lack of a better way to explain it, empower my storm abilities. So that's why I chose that. And that's kind of a easy, hopefully, background on why I might have chose some of those abilities, what I did chose on my skill tree, and what I'm rocking with. So Rescue says, you got any upcoming Metroidvanias for 2023? For me personally, I don't typically jump into Metroidvanias like that, fortunately, unfortunately. Just because, like Hollow Knight, I still got Hollow Knight I need to jump into that a lot of people say is a great game. Dead Cells is another great game people say I need to jump into. But those are games that I would traditionally probably play like if I was on the road, right? If I was traveling, I'm on an airplane ride. I also have Genshin for that now. That's why I got my Backbone. I mean, not Backbone, but the goodness gracious, Razor Kishi version 2 actually. So when I do make those trips or whatever, I'll have that set up. But other than that, I don't really get into them. I like them. I have nothing against them, and I'm always down for a good one. I think the next one, and I don't know if it is a Metroidvania or not, but it's probably going to be Replaced. Replaced is looking super dope. The combat, the art style, all of it is looking really chef's kiss for me. As many times as we've seen it, man, I'm ready for that game to drop. Ruby. Okay, we get in here. We got a little vent popping off in here. We'll go in here. I'll climb this. Nice. That's fine. Knock me down. I like getting surrounded. It's all right. After I kill this guy, I want to show one more other thing too. There's also another option. As you can see, my character's kind of glowing yellow. It's not because I did do something specific for him to do that. No, none of my like abilities or anything do that. So what I did, I went to game, I went to options, and then I went to, was it in accessibility? It might be in graphics. Yeah, or it could be in it. Yeah. So in accessibility, you can display player highlight. I chose this option because it's usually pretty good for you to have on, especially in a game like Diablo where it can really get crazy so you can see your character. Now, your player highlight character is going to be right here. It's up to you what color you want them to be. Yellow is my favorite color, so of course I'm going to make them yellow. But you can also change the NPC highlights, the object highlight color. I didn't like it highlighting blue every time, so I just made it black. I might actually change it back because I do want to be able to see when it highlights those certain things. So let me actually, I'm going to change it. I'm gonna make it a bright blue like that. But then you hit save changes. It makes your character a little bit easier to see, from at least from me. It's a personal preference type of thing. You can also just turn it off, and that's perfectly fine also. You said The Last Faith mostly in 2023 along with others. Word. I'm about to look into Last Faith. I didn't see too much about that. See if we can hit him with lightning through the wall. There we go. Yeah, we're tearing him up. Don't need none of that. We're not picking up no gray stuff. I do like the little touch of, people running around that can kind of help you out within your world. No more lock the doors. Oh yeah, we got to get in there nice and deep like. Don't care about none of that. There you go. Gotta run him into the wall. See, I just got travels that distance in that werewolf form, boy. I love that. Where's everybody at? Okay, we gotta climb up. Okay. There we go. Event complete. We didn't get nothing. A crew diamond. I'll take that. Crew skull. I'll take that stuff. Oh, two-handed mace. Okay. Well, what's it doing? What's it doing? All right, we got a two-handed mace. Let's see. Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed by 68% for 3 seconds. That sounds kind of crazy. Let's equip that. Let's equip it. Let's see if we can have some fun with it. Brings my attack power down, but if it's going to crank my attack speed up, then we might be in business. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, we're going to go back up this way like we wanted to originally. Find a couple enemies, really don't tell me too much off rip. Again, the other weapon had a jewel in it too. Gonna make a little bit of a difference. I think I got like extra 15%. Oh, he's swinging that thing. If I can get that to happen often, we might be working with something. Working with some magic. Okay, we don't need no health. We're good. Yeah, we're going up this way. We gotta see what's popping. We gotta get it on and popping. All right. Entering restricted area. Okay. Never recognized that area was restricted. Interesting. In that case, we're gonna go straight to a dungeon. That's what we're doing. Dungeon life. This would be real dope if I had my critical chances higher. Move down, I'll take that. Let me pop that. Oh, you fucking damn. Go. Not picking that up. Ain't got nothing on it. I wonder if I need to progress the story at all. Go to this yellow dot. Wouldn't imagine I need to, but We're about to find out, I guess. Oh yeah, we about to get buck wild. I haven't been in there, so we're going on an adventure together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go far right first. Kind of liking what this mace is doing right now. I'm gonna go over here first. I think that's yeah, we'll go over here first. See what else is over here. Oh, they about to get buck wild in here. Okay. No, we don't care about none of that. Just bully dog. You just gotta bully him, man. Mobilize him. Get out of here. Fine, I don't care about none of that. Care about none of that. That's fine. I don't. It's just little boy damage. My health don't care about none of that. You gonna stop shooting me? Push you up out of the way. Where we at? Could go further left. We'll go down. I'm going down. That's fine. You ain't gotta be ready. Just don't, I did not expect for that attack to hurt like that. Looks like we got to turn up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bro. Bunch of yellow stuff. I'll take it. I would definitely take it. Nothing down there. All right. Oh, that was only one way down. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, nothing really over here. Okay. Push him out of the way. Stun him a little bit. We'll go up and around this way. I do want them to adjust that too, right? When after you've been a certain direction for a certain amount of time or something to that nature, to where as you're traveling back, there's more monsters that'll spawn back. Maybe will spawn back more heavily because you chose to go a certain direction. You know what I mean? And because now you're trying to explore more of the map, they become a little bit more aggressive. It'll be an interesting concept. Doing damage, that man. No crystals. Nobody over here. Hey, that's fire. Doesn't look like that goes up any further, so. All right, since we found our objective, we'll go back down there now. There we go. Motherfucker, ugly as hell. No harm will come to me here. Okay. Joe says, I got the ability to turn into a werebear. How do I use the weapons instead of maul? Hey, Joe, so it depends on what you're talking about, right? If you're talking about your basic attack, because you notice, like, if you go to the top of your skill tree, right, where it says right here, basic in the middle of it, if you chose one of these attacks, so if you chose, like, you said you chose the werebear, chose this maul ability, no matter what, your damage is always going to be based off of whatever weapon that you have equipped. So even if you choose his werebear ability at the very top for your basic attack, no matter what you choose up here, right? Spikes, the wave, wind shear, storm strike, claw, or maul, no matter what you choose, it is always going to be based off of whatever weapon you have equipped in your inventory. So it may not show that you have the weapon now, or whatever the case, those attacks are based off of that primary weapon that you're using. So make sure that you have it equipped. It's accounting for that damage, if that's what you're speaking to as far as the basic attack goes. I know it could be a little confusing. It's like, well, he's not using the weapon, so what's the point? The damage is based off of that weapon, and you still get all the effects and everything that weapon has. So. Now, if you're talking about further down too, Joe, hopefully that's what you're referring to, because I know at least for the Druid, you can't come down here. Let me see. Because there's a pulverized move. I think you had to been talking about your basic attack though, because nothing else like kind of keeps you consistently attacking in that form that I know of. Right, because this slams on the ground, tornado. I think it's only the wolf that does shred, that where I can hold the button and it'll do a 3 combo attack every time. Okay, bet. Good shit. Bet. I can see how that could be confusing, man, because it doesn't sound like it tells you or anything like that. And it's one of those things that you kind of, because you are a gamer, you kind of overthink it a little bit, but yeah, it's all good. I'm not watching any of this stuff until the game come out. And for everybody that's here tuning in to Living Splitscreen, again, please hit that like button for us. If you like me doing these kind of gameplay, little walkthroughs, I would more so probably talk about, consider it as gameplay with commentary. More so, I call it gaming in the rain. But if you like what you're getting here, hey, just let me know. I am thinking about when this game does go full release that I do a full campaign playthrough. So kind of like a start to finish kind of thing. Potentially, right? But I'm going to be watching every cutscene. I'm listening to every story, so it might not be the funnest thing in the world. So I don't know. I may not end up doing that because not everybody's going to enjoy that, and there's going to be a ton of people playing for real. So I might just wait until afterwards when we're really getting to the grinding, so I can chop it up with the chat and go from there. I think that might be the better option. I think I might be the better option. I think I just answered my own question. So if I go too far down there, it's not counting? That's really weird. It's a bug. Just moving around the play area. It shouldn't trying to count shit against me. I'm scared to get close to the edge of the map. Can't give me an ability that's meant for pushing people to the wall, and I start doing that, comes a problem. Make it seem like I'm too far away. Let's do it this way. There we go. See if I can tilt this up a little bit. Go. Heals? We don't need no heals. Who heals? I got plenty of health. Well, of course we gotta take the side door, oh, wouldn't I? Man, I like the way that monster sounded. That was kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, what is written there? I'll talk to you in June. I took a step back. Now what? Okay. Okay, that was crazy. I don't know which mother you talking about. That's the problem. Come on, girlfriend. I need you to come on through. Come through. You gonna pick it up? You gonna buy it? You gonna get it in, Joe? Yeah, man. We'll definitely have a clan popping. So you'll have somebody to play with. I'll be knee deep in this for at least quite a few times. How long I stay in it, it's going to be dependent on how they get how popping the end game is, right? Because Diablo 3's problem is that the end game ended up being weak, and the game wasn't at the greatest form until Reaper of Souls came out, which is a problem. We can't have that again. It's almost like 6 months to a year later. I'm tired of games coming out like that. This needs to come out and hit, right? Have a good end game, have a good rotation, have plenty of things for people to do to keep them invested in leveling up their characters, right? The Paragon level Paragons need to be good to go day one, because if it is, you're gonna get a lot of people who are gonna tell their friends of their friends, yo, you should check out Diablo. And this is just going to be the same thing that happened with Diablo 2 back in the day, but in current times. And if that does that, you thought Harry Potter did something for the community. Diablo, in a lot of ways, especially with this one, because it has that, yeah, it has the essence of 2 in some ways, but it plays like 3 in a lot of ways. Maybe not as close. So it's like a good blend. And it's easy enough to understand, along with the story being engrossing, along with the character. You can't tell me when you look at this character that that's not appealing. Transmog up front, it just feels good, right? And I think it's gonna hit a mark for a lot of people. So if you're into it, that is super dope. Hopefully when the game drops, we can get it rocking and rolling. And love to see you. Well, I'd love to run some dungeons with you, man. For sure. I think that'd be super dope. See, I had that. See, that only benefited my companions. And I didn't like that. It didn't do anything for me. Yeah, it's still kind of slower on the slower end. What was I using? Using that. Hold up. Is this two-handed? Yeah, but it's missing some things. Yeah, we gonna ignore it. We're gonna keep rocking. I think this game does have the potential to bring that essence of co-op play back. Kind of like the excitement people had when they played like a Left 4 Dead 2 back in the day. I never was able to get in that, never understood it. But like, I'm not gonna say I didn't understand it. I definitely understood it, but I just couldn't get into it. I think this is gonna have some of those same effects, potentially. Nothing's for sure, but the way this is feeling, only thing, I'm not sure if it transfers over well, like on through streaming though. Like, does this get people excited me, doing all these things? And again, I feel like it's kind of low level gameplay in a lot of ways, because you can't really piece any real builds together. But I have to go back to town here in a minute. Where am I going? We'll keep going this way. Just tanking damage, bro, and I'm loving that shit. You don't care about none of that. So I activate my storms, bro. Don't worry about all that. Go. I love that move, bro. Just feels so good, so crispy. This might be the first game in a long while where I might have two different classes. Maybe. Because I'm really liking the Druid for my beefy boy. But I think what I'll end up doing is making a female Necro and modeling it after the wife. I think I might do that. Have her have the army of the dead. I think that'd be super fire. Other thing too, man, like I also don't want people to get discouraged by this game because what's going to end up happening is there is going to be optimal builds, but I'm also hoping that there's going to be enough of a variety to where, again, my experience with the Druid early on when I was around level 5 wasn't the greatest, and he does feel weaker from what, not only from what I've seen gameplay wise, but from when I've also from what I've seen from the kits between each different class. He does seem like he's on the weaker side. So if he does get balanced up, made stronger, that makes him even more of an effect, especially if I keep the kind of rotation that I have now. I think it could carry really well into the actual full game. And this is something that I just put together just off the basis of looking at what the abilities are giving you. And early on, they're really forgiving with you trying the abilities too. So it's like, my overall point in that is, if you are a busy person like myself, man, don't be scared to look up some builds when the game drops, right? If that's going to help you be more efficient, learn that build, get comfortable with it. What'll end up happening is you'll find a spot to where, okay, you'll run with that build for a while and everything will click for you. But like, okay, now I'm understanding the game because you're having fun. And that's what Diablo's been about. Those crazy intense moments, being able to having a fucking good time slaying, getting into co-op too to add on to that fun factor, and having the versatility. It's not always all about being optimal. You ain't got to be out here sweating with the boys. And if you grind it so hard to the point to where you feel like you need to take a break from it, you got to take a break. And there's so many games dropping. So it's like, and unless you're a PvP main, it's not like, and I hope they do some things on that side, so it feels like you don't have to play every day, maybe even play every week to be consistent in PvP. Like if you want to drop in, run some games with some friends or some buddies, whatever the case, and against some other folks, and just have a good time, that you'll be able to do that, and everything's pretty balanced overall. I like PvP when devs set it to a certain standard, and then everything else is kind of outside of that, right? So you have your base game. This is how everything works with each other. And then outside of the base game, that's when things start to stack. Okay, now we're in PvE. Now these things do take effect. Oh, now your power does matter in these circumstances. Whereas just the regular PvP is just, well, hey, this is your character. Everything's kind of balanced out to this. This is how these things work. gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Joe, you playing as a druid? Hey, bro, and if you're liking it as the druid, bro, I'm telling you, try out the sorceress or try out the necro. They're really good classes. I'm not gonna say that they're brain dead classes. Like, you got to put some effort in, but I would argue that they're easier to play. Sure. And if you're using a druid, you're already stepping in with the experience that a lot of people are saying isn't the greatest experience. And if you're enjoying it, that's already speaking leaps and bounds for the game. For the game, in my opinion. So. I didn't need to heal. I don't know why I did that. Fuck. Little chick fast, boy. All right. That's fine. Take that. Can't push her around. It's unfortunate. That's fine. That's fine. I bounce right back. You see me? I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you, baby. We can tangle. Herald of Lilith. Let's tangle, baby. Yeah. Come on. I'm Daddy Druid in this beach. Come on, Short. Change your name to Too Short. Come on. Oh, hold on, baby. I can make it wet out here. Come on. It's all good. I'll bring some health back. I got plenty of health for you. Don't worry. Let's have a good time. Oh, you ain't got to run from me. You don't need no more juice. I'm the juice. I'm the Daddy Druid. Come on. Oh, come on. Why you got to bring me in there and slow me down? What are we doing? I don't care about those explosions. I don't care about that. I'm standing here right here with you. We can have a good time. Come on. That's fine. You want to fight here? I'm cool with that. I'll take all that. That's fine. I keep trying to tell you. You ain't got to push me away. I'll step out of that for a second. I don't even need to. Look at you. You fighting me for nothing. I don't stand in that. We still got to practice on dodging that. Hold on, let me see if I can tie you up real quick. Oh, that ain't gonna do nothing to me. Come on. That's fine. It's just a little juice. But I got the squeeze. So that's okay. I'll keep trying to tell you. I'll summon the storm, make it wet, make it nasty. Hurricanes is popping, baby. I'll tie you up with the vines, baby. Told you. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Gotta talk some smack to the boss when you fight him, man. You said you're only level 5. You're having some fun with it, man. That's dope. See? Where does it want me to go? Where does this take me? Okay. Oh God, Rothman. Okay. All right, we got to go back regardless. So we out of here. And now let's swim well. See what's going on out here in this good old YouTube screen. Hey, shout out to Mav getting it in right now. Hey, definitely check out Fun Speculation. Chopping it up. Talking about the ABK deal, some things that Xbox got lined up. Could be some exciting things coming up for sure. On the Xbox side of things. But right now, we gotta get locked back in with some Diablo. All right. Oh, I dropped some legendaries. Let's see what's going on. I will only be alive for about another hour here. Oh, wow. Okay, we got some gloves. Again, this is only meant to be a couple hour stream. Just so we can, you know, get our last experience with Diablo, man. Before we get ready for June. Before we say, you know what? Drop those ducats and get the game. Oh. Okay. What are these gloves doing? Up to a 12% chance when dealing lightning damage to overload the target for 3 seconds. Causing, whoa, hold on now. Don't change pages on me. Causing any direct damage you do to them to pulse. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting our build together here. My lightning damage is about to go crazy. Let's see. Yeah, it's a two-handed weapon. Nah, we're gonna keep the one we got. The one we got right now is it's a slapper. Not a knee slapper, but it's a slapper. Let's see. 303 power. No, we're good on that. There you go, take the crystal out of that. Also, I'm kitted out as far as my armor goes for legendary pieces. Damage in elites grant you a barrier, which is dope. Increased armor. See, this is what's working for me right now. Increased armor for when you do any type of damage. The lightning damage that I just got. What's wrong with this one? Oh, because I already have one? I think so. So in that case, it does the same kind of thing though. And this has a socket on it. Guess I'm going to stick with that. There's no reason. Which was that was my headpiece. Okay. Let me see if I got another headpiece that'll like knock it out of the park. Matter of fact, true that. We're going down here. We're gonna sell most of this stuff. So yeah, let's come in here. We're gonna try to see if we can get another. We're gonna try to see if we can get another headpiece. I'll leave the jewel in there. It'll be all right. Ain't that serious. I like what we rocking with right now with the weapon and everything. So we'll just go in here, mark all this. We do got to repair our armor too. Can't never forget to repair the armor. All good. Come in here. Do we want to make it all junk? I feel like I have enough salvageable material. I need to make some money. Let's make some money. Sell all junk. 30 racks right there. It's not too bad. Can't be mad about that. This shit just basically said I didn't take no damage for it because I didn't die. Okay. It's another benefit, man. If you're not out here dying, you're probably gonna be all right. Okay. All right, we got 130 down in the bottom left corner. If you're not familiar, this vendor is the person that you go to basically get a random roll on a piece of gear. This is a really dope feature. It could end up being something that's super beneficial to a lot of people because you get them from doing events and whatnot. So it's an additive to make you want to go do these things, right? So and you can get legendary equipment out of here. One piece of equipment could, really change a build for you. So we said we want to do a hat. Let's see. One more time. We do it one more time. We go. Ugh. Ooh, and it's stronger. Gain 25% bonus amount to your next earthen bulwark for each enemy you crowd control. Earthen bulwark. Let's see what we're talking about. So I don't think I have any earthen moves right now. Oh, that's mad whack. I don't. That's kind of butt cheeks. Although it does have better stats for my overall build. I don't like it, but I might find something that I can replace the whatchamacallit with. So let's see. So let's equip it. All right. First off, let me see how this is looking. That mask is looking funny. No, we're not doing that. All right. Oh, I'm not ready to dodge yet. That cooldown for the dodge is way too long. 5 seconds for a dodge. About 2 seconds. How about we do 2 seconds for a dodge? I can do 2 seconds. 5 seconds for a dodge is crazy. Is it here? No. It's I gotta go further down. This is gonna allow me to see how we do this. Oh, hold up now. Hold up. Hold on. Okay, so unequip that. What codex we got? Oh, damn. Stormclaw. That shit sounds dope. We gotta apply that to the gloves? 30%. No, we got the gloves for that reason. We might do that to the hold on. Let me see what we can do. We like it what the weapons do on. That's some good stuff right here. Critical strikes with shred deal 20% of the damage dealt as the lightning damage. That's dope for my lightning build. Oh, I can put this on the ring? You already know what I'm doing. Goddamn right. Let's do it. Oh, we going crazy. Okay, what else we doing then? What else we doing? Hold up. These are all weapon based, and I can't do nothing with that. I don't think. I wish I could. Oh, we got to build. We got to build, ladies and gentlemen. We got something that's really shaking. I think I don't have anything for this. Yeah. Damn. What do we have for the Druid? Oh, bulwark. We don't want that. What else we got for the Druid here? Cyclone armor. Not really feeling that. I do like that aspect of the protector. That sounds dope. This would be petty. We're gonna keep trucking. I think we got a little build though. Definitely got a little build. I ain't a little build, but I got a little build. You know what I'm saying? My favorite helmet in the game right now. I gotta put my favorite shoes on. I'm gonna stick with the all red. I like the way that's looking. Got flooded out. Okay. Well, it says I need to probably progress my story missions. See what we can do over here. See how we can test our newfound abilities. I got more lightning now. That's exciting. That is definitely exciting. Hey, Christina, I don't know why you following me. I don't remember why you following me, but you know, we getting into some trouble up here. We're really about that life. I never put a rock on my shit. Well, how y'all just gonna jump on me? What's going on? Come on, stop playing with me. Okay, what is this? Go back to town real quick. I'm gonna drop some crystals on my shit. I got some slots to fill. I'm about to fill the slots. Pause. We need full power. All that power. All right. Overpowered damage. What is the purple? Damage over time. Basic skill damage. You already know. I ain't gonna lie, that ultimate skill damage could come in clutch though. That might be the better move. Get 10% extra ultimate. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do this. That's what I'm gonna do. We messed things up right now. I like it. I'm going the right way. Heck no. Nah. I gotta go back down this way. Mm. Thought he was gonna get back up. You wrong. Oh, I pushed him off the map. That was funny. I'm over here exploring. All right, we gotta go back this way. Also, hope they give us an option to make the map smaller on the top right hand corner. That's gonna be super clutch if they let us do that. Because it's way too zoomed in for what it is. I need to be smaller. Or at least give me the option to be able to adjust it if I can. Gotta get quiet for the moment. I'm just getting into it, man. Soaking in the ambiance, man. It's nothing like it. I personally, especially after this open beta, I'm definitely suggesting Diablo 4 to anybody who, not just action RPG fans, but anybody who's just looking to play a good game that has some breadth to it. That you can understand, you can get down with, have a good time, pick a class, not to take it overly serious. I think it's gonna be a good time. I know in 3 months I might be asking a lot, but I hope they allow us to customize or customize our characters more. Again, that might be asking for a lot, but I think that'll be super dope. No matter what class you play, you can make it a hefty boy, skitty, whatever you want. You could be a necro as thick as a druid or a berserker. That'll be fire. Man, running away from me. I ain't got no time for you to be running away from me, man. You gonna fight? You gonna fight? Hold up. Oh, okay. Hmm. Gotta open this store up right here. I could do it. So we get nasty in here right now. Loving it. I'm definitely looking to take the tank approach for the squad, for sure. Being able to just get up in there, just handle business. Like, that's not creepy though. I feel like I'm just so happening to pick the right way to go. We care about you right now, Narius. Care about that poison? Come on. I mean, it's doing work, but chill. Oh, but he a chunky boy. Oh, that hurt. That was different. Oh, good. We putting in work. Hmm. You trying to get me up out of there with that poison? Taking a lot of damage. Hey, I'll watch your cutscene later. Hey, Oh, excuse me. Shit is so dope. Can't wait till the game release. I'm about to get knee deep in this story. That's a fact. That's a fact. Hold on real quick. Adjust some things here. My bars aren't working. Where my bars at? Bars? Hey, bars? Hello. It says they jumping, but I don't know why they're not. Everybody jumping. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And those cats was fast as lightning. What happened to it? Oh God, that was all over the place. Well, either way. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you for joining me in this first. Before we do the outro, I need to see what this new stuff that I got was. When hit while not healthy, I'm not really not ever not healthy. Earth skills, huh? I don't have no earth skills currently. I might be able to do that. Throw that on that mask up top. Let's go do that. We're gonna do that, and then we'll end the stream. So I should be able to pull it off. I'm gonna see if I can do this live while we're on stream. You can get a good representation of how some of the systems work. Hopefully, I'm doing this right. All right. There we go. Do that. Let's see. Okay, so how does this work now? Okay, no, I'm not trying to do that. Aspect, yes. 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 Did you make a copy of it? What happened? Wanted to put it on this helmet. Is that not how that works? I do like the way that helmet looks, though. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, that one's interesting. I mean, I still like my mask better, but nah. Yeah. I want to put it on this mask, so let's see if we can do it. So we want to extract. Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, then I guess for right now we'll work with it just because it does give me more cooldown reduction. Not really feeling the strength and the dex. The dex is cool. The other one gives me more intelligence. It's not really enough for it to be like, man. So I'm gonna run with this because it does seem a little bit better. 3% more damage though. So technically what I should be able to do, so we'll take that off. We'll come in here. We're getting real cute right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Ah, I can't do it with that. Okay. Ah, okay. Won't be able to do it with that. That's fine. So we're just running with what we got. Perfect. Well, at the end all to be all, ladies and gentlemen, this is the overall build so far for the open beta. Just kind of dialing through it, looking through everything, sim movement speed. Got some good resistances in there. Not like over the top or anything. 124 willpower. Skill damage, health, and that's C. And I think that's kind of the way that I'm gonna end up going, is more so willpower. I think I'm gonna do willpower, dexterity, and intelligence. That's how I'm gonna be built. The armor is cool, but I'm apparently and obviously from what we've seen, from what I've seen, I'm not gonna still need it if I'm built like this. But you know, all things may be different when things come around, so that's also something we got to consider. I don't know. I really am sitting on the Druid side of things for the full release, but I might go Necro. I don't know. Just to get the easy grind in the beginning of the game, really fill it out, have a fun time, and really blow through it. But I ain't gonna front. I've been having a good time with the Druid, so. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for everybody who is tuning in. If you check this out on the rerun, thank you for tuning in. Got a live, raw, and uncut view of Diablo. Me getting into it, getting my full build put together here. I think I'm satisfied right here. You know, I wanted to get all legendaries by the end of the beta. I think we've accomplished that goal. We're sitting pretty, looking well, looking cute, looking fly. And I think it all has been for the better. But look forward to me doing more of these in the upcoming weeks, potentially. I do want to get some streams of Genshin in, because I know there's quite an audience out there for that, though I'm not about to be a sweaty about it. But it is something that I jumped into because of my daughter, and I think it'll be dope to get some community involved because of that. Again, Mainly here at Living Splitscreen, we do a podcast that is live every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. UK time. It's a non-console centric platform. We talk about everything going on with the gaming industry, and we give it that live run uncut view. But more so, it's the home of that RTS perspective. That's real-time strategy, pulling yourself out of the world, looking at the darker crevices of the map, pulling those resources together so we could build up that foundation to reach those 3 billion gamers that are out there. And also the home of the ECP, that's the educated consumer perspective, because nobody's here as a lawyer, an attorney, or any of that great stuff. This is the home of some guys who've been gaming for quite some time. We got some know-how in the sales, customer service area, and especially on the business side of things. So we're just all here to offer our opinions and, you know, give you that that uncut gameplay that I like to bring you guys when I can. With that being said, you can find me, Steel Rain, everywhere. The easiest place is Twitter. Steel Rain, the T is a 7. Just type that into Google. You'll find all my resources there. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for tuning in once again to the final day of the Diablo 4 beta. And here is to us saying our goodbyes until the game releases. Much love, stay safe, and appreciate y'all for checking me out. Peace.